Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom. Good Shabbos. Baruchim Habayim. Delighted to welcome all of you here, this Brotherhood Parent-Child Shabbat. So, needless to say, much of the service will be led by parents and children tonight, and we thank them for so doing. For the most part, from members of our 3rd through 6th grades. We also want to welcome those not only joining us here in our sacred space, but those of you who are joining us at this sacred time through our various platforms. For those of you here, you can follow most of the service in the service bulletins. That will be your guidance. For those of you online, you'll find the words on the screens before you. And of course, you can also download the service bulletin from the website. We're going to begin our service singing the song from which we take the name of our religious school, Romamu. Some of the kids from our children's choir and our 3rd to 6th graders will be leading us if they'll come forward.
Everybody from 3rd through 6th grade, we're going to sing Romamu together. Come on up. Come on up.
Well, hopefully they'll come on and share with us. The rest of you can find it on page 105.
Let's get them all up here. Come on. Come on. We can't start the service till you come up. Everyone, come on up.
So we now continue on page 127 as Benji and his father lead us with the reading there.
All right. Ready, Benji? Yeah. Ready? No, we don't read that. Just that. 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God, as we continue welcoming Shabbat with Lecha Dodi on page 138. Good job.
Lecha, lecha, Dodi, likrat, likrat, kala, pere, pere, Shabbat nikabela. Lecha, lecha, Dodi, likrat, likrat, kala, pere, pere, Shabbat nikabela. La, 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 lecha, Dodi, likrat, likrat. Shabbat nikabela. פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך אדוני לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה.
On page 263.
יתקדע ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי,
בחייכנו ויומכו
וחייך בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעולמי עלמיה יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשם בריחו, לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן.
We continue together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhma poteach she'arim, uvitvunam mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtsono, borei yom v'layla, Golel or mibnei choshech, v'choshech mibnei or, uma'avir yom umevi laila, umachavil v'in yom uvein laila, Adonai Tzvaot Shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
Adonai
We continue together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinanatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'lechtecha b'derech u'b'shoftecha u'fumecha u'shakam re'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'einecha u'chtavtam al zizot beitecha u'b'yisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
The oneness, you can read the other part too. Yet that oneness eludes our grasp as imperfection and evil abound.
Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learned God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
Adonai
Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim Ha'amidenu shomrenu lechayim.
Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence, we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lenorotam, berit olam, beni uven b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. Kishesh yamim Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash. Anananananana Adonai Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach Ananananana Ufiaki Teilatecha Anananananana Adonai Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach Ananananana Ufiaki Teilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו ביחווה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה, אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם רנאי, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר,
מי כמוך בגבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים, אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
So I continue on page 277. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and called it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. As Mandy and Levi leave us on page 278.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth.
May all who struggle find rest on this day.
May all who suffer find solace.
May all who hurt find heal on this day.
May all who despair find purpose.
May all who hungry find fulfillment on this day.
And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Kadesh HaShabbat.
Be gracious, Adonai, our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. Oh, may our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Let our eyes behold your presence in the midst of our people in Zion. Blessed is Adonai, whose presence renews Zion. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion.
For the good in us,
for the good in us,
which calls us to a better life,
which calls us for a better life,
we give thanks.
we give thanks.
For the strength to improve the world,
For the strength to improve the world,
with our hearts and our hands,
with our hearts and our hands,
we offer praise.
we offer praise.
For the desire in us,
For the desire in us,
which leads us to work for peace,
which leads us to work for peace,
we are grateful.
we are grateful.
For life and nature,
For life and nature,
harmony and beauty,
harmony and beauty,
for the hope of tomorrow,
for the hope of tomorrow,
all praise
all praise
to the source of being.
to the source of being.
For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, our name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lehodot.
השלום, כי אתה מלך אדון, בכל השלום, שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם, שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה לשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם, שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
My God, keep my tongue from evil and my lips from speaking guile. To those who revile me, let my soul be silent. My soul shall be to all as dust.
Open my heart to your Torah. Let my soul hasten to do your commandments.
Let the words of my mouth and my heart's meditation and acceptable in your presence, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
Done. Thank you. עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ויעקב ישראל, ויעקב יושבי תבל, ואמרו שלום עלינו, ויעקב ישראל, ויעקב יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה. עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ויעקב ישראל, ויעקב יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן, ואמרו אמן.
In the week to come, among those couples who will be observing their wedding anniversaries are Hal Karras and Barry Foreman, Adam and Lindsay Kibble, Kathy and Eric Koenig, Lupe and Andrew Ugent Ewert, and Jeff and Adrian Wydell. We also want to invite all of you to join us after the service when Lupe and Andrew will lead us in Kiddush, Benchlik, Kiddush, and Motzi. Our God and God of the generations before us, we thank you for our sacred heritage of marriage and family life. Throughout history, marriage has been the firm foundation to our people when we were driven from place to place and when we were at rest and settled. We praise you, O God, for sanctifying your people Israel by the covenant of marriage. We thank you for the fullness of joy of those who are celebrating the anniversary of their wedding in this season. Their lives are blessed with the gift of loving comradeship and a devotion to each other. Their joys are heightened, their difficulties lightened as they face life together. May their companionship may their companionship continue to bring them strength. May their home be hallowed by your divine guidance. May their lives continue to be enriched by affection and mutual respect. May they be blessed with peace and health and contentment. As together we all say, Amen. And as we turn now in our Sidurim to page 371, and the words will shortly appear before you on the screens. Mi sheberach avotenu ve'imotenu Avram, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. V'yavarech et hacholim, may the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those of our friends who are ill, Debbie Alpert, Craig Ann Sear, Allison Appel, Brooklyn Jade Armstrong, Jason Arnold, Yaakov David Ben Fredo Lesu Vinyamin, Moshe Ben Gilev Avraham, Fern Bentkover, Naomi Tamar Bat Masha Vishimon, Richard Block, Blake Bold, Vivian Borkin, Mordechai Ben Manya Venachman, Dennis Burke, Mike DeWald, Michelle Eike, Riva Falk, Michael Favreau, Caitlin Saucier Felter, Barry Foreman, Rabbi Lester Frazen, Helene Freed, Amy Ginsberg, Sam Hanna, Beth Gobich Harris, Ellen Hilgendorf, Carol Himmelfarb, Alana Himmelfarb, Tzipi Bat Kalman, Louise Sandler Kaufman, Baron Kelly Klein, Evelyn Lager, Philip Landwehr, Barb Lauterbach, Bruce Lefko, Lloyd Levine, Ellen Levin, Ron Levin, David Levy, Kathy Liddell, Bill Lesenring, Zavi Ram, Robert Gold-Kravitz, Artie Majeski, Marcia Moskowitz, Jeff Peck, Gail Sassner Peterson, Kathy Polzian, Lipman Pincus, Ben Liba Umendel, Percy Rusink, John Sanfilippo, Batya Bat Libu Moshe, Shirley Silverman, Carrie Silverstein, Susie Silverstein, Arnold Steiderman, Marty Stein, Earl Strait, Chase Strick, Laura Sussman, Freda Bat Golda, Kenneth Waltz, Rachel Reina Bat Pesa Malka, Jim Wilkinson, Wendy Yana, Rebecca Zuckerman, Shoshana Bat Harav Ari V'Shoshana, Chaim Moshe Alevi Ben Leah, Avraham Yosef Ben Rachel Menachem, Leah Bat Chaiki Mordechai, Leah Bat Bruri Ufinchas, Shoshana Miriam Bat Sarah Avraham, Miriam Bat Dorit, Pesach Ben Pesha Etta, Batya Bat Miriam V'Yosef, Hechazan Dov Yitzchak Ben Chaya, Sarah Rachel Bat Yocheved V'Alexander Moshe, Shira Bat Hinda, Hinda Bat Charlotte, Leah Tzviya Bat Liba Ve'elchanan Moshe, and to those names we add, Dan? Benita Zuckerman? Rose Jock? Jeannie Vergettis, Stephen Pump, Barbara? Larry Miller? Ben? Rachel Strauss? Susan Ziegert? Paulette and Vince Willert. And those of you joining us on Zoom, if you raise your hands virtually or visually, because we are praying on their behalf. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of spirit and of body. May God grant wisdom and insight to those who bring healing. And may God grant courage and consolation to those whose struggles continue, as together we all say,
Amen. Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheber those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of the spirit, the renewal of body, and let us say Amen.
So you can tell me, are there Jewish numbers? Someone said yes. Oh, all right, Benji, so what makes a number Jewish? Dad, tell me quick. I don't know. For example, why might 12 be Jewish but not 22? Why might 70 be Jewish but not 77? Oh, I'm going to put you on the spot in a minute again. So just take this week's Torah portion, a more. While its central theme is the holiness of the priesthood, a major segment of the portion contains a lengthy discussion of the festivals and of the festival calendar. Most important this Shabbat, then, listen to the use of numbers. And what might you think is the most important Jewish number? 18 is not. 7. I might suggest that there might be 2 others that are as important or more, but let's stick with 7. So I'm going to read from a more, from the 23rd chapter of Vayikra, the 23rd chapter of Leviticus, verses 3 to 16. If you want to follow along in the Chumashim, it's on page 824. You'll find the Chumashim seated throughout the sanctuary in the pockets of some of the chairs in front of you. Or if you're lucky, you can reach behind you, and you might find it in the pocket right behind you. Beginning in verse 3. On 6 days work may be done, but on the 7th day there is a Sabbath of complete rest, a sacred occasion. You shall do no work. It shall be a Sabbath of the eternal throughout your settlements. These are the set times of the eternal, the sacred occasions on which you celebrate each at its appointed time. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at twilight, there shall be a Passover offering to the eternal. And on the 15th day of that month, the eternal's feast of unleavened bread. You shall eat unleavened bread for 7 days. On the first day you shall celebrate a sacred occasion. You shall not work at your occupation. 7 days you shall make offerings by fire to the eternal. The 7th day shall be a sacred occasion. You shall not work at your occupations. The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the Israelite people and say to them, When you enter the land that I am giving to you and you reap its harvest, you shall bring the first sheaf of your harvest to the priest. He shall elevate the sheaf before the Eternal for acceptance in your behalf. The priest shall elevate it on the day after the Sabbath. On the day that you elevate the sheaf, you shall offer as a burnt offering to the Eternal a lamb of the first year without blemish. The meal offering with it shall be 2/10 of a measure of choice flour with oil mixed in, an offering by fire of pleasing odor to the Eternal, and the libation with it shall be of wine 1/4 of a hin. Until that very day you shall have brought the offering of your God. You shall eat no bread or parched grain or fresh ears. It is a law for all time throughout the ages in all of your settlements. And from the day on which you bring the sheaf of elevation offering, the day after the Sabbath, you shall count off 7 weeks. They must be complete. You must count until the day after the 7th week, 50 days. Then you shall bring an offering of new grain to the Eternal. So what is it about numbers, and perhaps particularly the number of 7? Now, we have over the past number of years, it's a pun, okay, had the dubious distinction of being seized or seeing others being seized by lottery fever. When the jackpot gets high enough, whatever the number may be, people who'd once railed against lotteries, against gambling, against numbers games, come down with lottery fever and go out and buy lottery tickets. They seek their lucky numbers in fortune cookies, in birth dates, maybe in Social Security numbers and anniversaries, and thereby hope to win an even larger number. It is amazing. Other than for some simple games on Purim and Hanukkah, Judaism has never really gotten into numbers games or gambling, and has long warned of the dreadful consequences of legalized numbers games. But at the same time, Judaism has long been fascinated with numbers. And it is, of course, one number of which I will speak just a bit tonight. But think about it. Give me some other Jewish numbers. The only one you really tried was 18 and then 7. Anybody? 8. Why 8? Marla? 8 nights of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a minor holiday. Yeah, maybe. There's a better reason for 8, I would suggest to you. What happens on the 8th day after a baby's born? The Brit. Okay, so you get the Brit. So that maybe. So it's possible 8 could work. I'll accept that. Anybody else? The 4 matriarchs. Yep, 4 has become a bit more common now that we talk about the 4 matriarchs. So I'll accept 4 perhaps. Okay, it works. But the more obvious number would be 3 what? 3 patriarchs, which of course, as I always joke, are not Larry, Moe, and Curly, but Abe, Ike, and Jake. And we got the 4 matriarchs, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Okay? So 3, we also had 3 first, if you're thinking of any other faith community. Perhaps, what else does 3 represent? What's else Jewish about 3? What do we do every day? 3 times a day, absolutely. Or, take a stool as another example. How many legs does a sturdy stool need to? You need 3. Absolutely. All I have to do is think of the words of Pirkei Avot, the words we sing, Al Shalosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed, the world stands on 3 things, whether it's Torah and worship and deeds of loving kindness or truth, justice, and peace. So this little number of 3 can support the entire world. But what still is the most obvious one? There are at least several, but 1. 1 is our God, 1 is our God, 1 is our God, in the heavens and the earth, right? So that 1 would be, of course, the Jewish number of monotheism, the Jewish declaration of the one God in the words of Shema Yisrael. I mean, you missed a couple of very obvious ones, too. I mean, come on, what happened to 12? The 12, thank you. And what happened to the 5 books of Moses, Aseret HaDibrot, 10 people to form a minyan, but 7. I promised I was going to come back to that. 7s are everywhere. And I'm not even talking about, can I use this expression, the game of, you roll the dice. You know what the game is called. I don't have to use the word, right? That's just returning to numbers games. Instead, where else is there 7? Look around. Behind, who said it? Right behind me, the menorot, right? The 7-branch candelabra. Much more important than the 9-branch candelabra that came out of Hanukkah. The menorot reflecting, of course, the 7 days of creation. Shabbat is the 7th day of the week, the 7th sabbatical year, the Jubilee year after 7 cycles of sabbatical years, the Omer, which we now count up 7 times 7 days to Shavuot, the 7 wedding blessings, the 7 species characterizing the promised land of Israel, and of course all the magical multitudes of 7, like 70, the 70 nations of the world. But you have to admit, 7 is kind of an odd number. I know it's not an even number, it's an odd number, but odd in other ways. This makes sense. Why? Absolutely. So 10 makes sense. What else would make sense? Do I have to give you a hint? 10 toes. So 10 plus 10, 20 would make sense. But 7? Where does it come from? I really don't know of any 7-fingered people, right? Or 7-toed people, for that matter. The only rational explanation I've ever heard has to do with the sun and the moon and the 5 known planets in ancient days. It's think of the strength of 7. For 6 days a week, we are defined too often by what we do. But on the 7th day, on Shabbat, in the first words of the portion that I read, right, each of us is defined not by what we do or earned, but each of us by who we are, each of us infinitely valuable to our Creator. In other words, pardon the expression, during the other days of the week we may work for the man, but of course on the seventh day we serve God. The number 7 in an organized way is meant to be transformative, is meant to turn us from slaves into children of God. And because we are children of God, our lives cannot be calculated on the basis of the chemicals which compose us. Anybody, I remember this, I've talked about this before. As a kid, in one of our science classes, we added up the value of the chemicals that comprise us, and it wasn't a lot of money. Anybody know what it adds up to now? You're a teacher, Sherry. Did you used to do this, or teachers used to do this? And so inflation has kicked in the years too. But it really isn't a lot of money, okay? Or the value of what we may earn, or like a racehorse in the Kentucky Derby, the potential number of future racehorses that horse may produce. Instead, each one of us is infinitely valuable or priceless. And thus, whoever saves one life, it is as if that person has saved one entire world. So yes, one more thing. How do we count the days of the week? What do we call the days of the week in Hebrew? Anybody? Kids? Parents? Yom Rishon, Yom Sheni. It's very poetic. The first day, the second day. We do this all the way through what day is now ending, Yom Shishi, the 6th day. So the day that's now beginning should be Yom Shvi'i, right? It should be the 7th day, but it's not. It has a name. We call it Shabbat, right? And for us, the 7th month, Tishrei, is when our new year really begins. Because in the end, talking about Jewish numbers, Judaism is not really a numbers game. While we may count the days and the weeks and the months of the years, we learn that we're really supposed to make each day, each week, each month, and every year count. And as we count, we make sure that each individual counts. We can never forget that each and every individual is unique, that each one of us is a child of the one God. That's how we build community. With that, we continue with numbers. We continue with the counting of the Omer. You'll find it in the Sidurim on page 570.
הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר. I'm ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת העומר. היום 30 יום, שהם 4 שבועות ושני ימים לעומר. Today is the 30th day, that is to say 4 weeks and 2 days in the counting of the Omer.
So we now continue rising for Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו וגוביהם מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אינו, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת יום בחשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth and the word of your prophet fulfilled. The eternal will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and of death. As we take a few moments to read silently any one of the meditations you can find between pages 592 and 597, or whatever of your own words may be on your own hearts. The names of your dear ones are mentioned. We invite you to rise in their loving memory as we remember the relatives and friends of our congregation who have gone before us into life eternal. We remember tonight the names of Celia Cease Holland, Kizo Ishihara, Richard Moskowitz, James Ainsfield, Ruthie Zaki, Judith Gameron, Barbara Heilbrunner, Charles Shara, Sarah Rosen Holland, Stanley Stanmar Holland, Mark Ira Moskowitz, Rabbi Harold Kushner, Laura Danoff Robinson, Pamela Nonkin, and Mary Bernstein Pinkerson, who were laid to rest recently. We remember also the names of Jack N. Abraham, Norman S. Abrahams, David P. Becker, Louis Baer, Donald A. Bursey, Beatrice Belansky, Louis Kahn Bloom, Sophia Bernstein, Louis Castleman, Alice Clark, Marilyn Cohn, Sari June Cohn, Milton Dizak, Joan Duell, Olgul Donath Eder, Hannah S. Feld, Joseph Filko, Herman H. Glass, Marvin Glass-Spiegel, Dora Getz, Ada Gronick, Jack Gronick, David Harkavy, Robert L. Hirsch, David Holland, Darwin Huxley, Dora Isaacson, Anita Kane, Max L. Carl, Roberta Cower, Eugene Kearns, Marianne Kahns, Lorraine Grace Copeland, Ida June Lane, Hiram Solomon Lewis, Michael Luber, Doris E. Mayer, Jean Mayer, Beatrice B. Miller, Nathan Passion, Camilla Peck, Bertha W. Peerless, Rose Perlson, Benjamin Rosenberg, Ann Oberman Rosenthal, Bernice D. Rothenberg, Carol Schloss, Floyd Schwade, Max Silber, Louis Silverman, Rabbi Saul Spiro, Lillian R. Spracker, Donna Stern, Robert Malcolm Stern, Alvin M. Stranad, Leon Forgettis, Kurt Weiner, Shirley Weil, Melvin Willis, and Lillian Winograd, whose anniversary of death is remembered tonight. If there are others here in mourning or observing Yortzeit, as my hand goes around, I ask you to rise and mention the name of your dear one. Missy Blacker. Missy Placker. Michelle Vishney. Kirsten Willard. And those of you on Zoom, if you'll raise your hands virtually or visually. We also remember those who perished in the Shoah, whose yahrzeit dates are unknown to us. We pray, may their souls be bound up in the bond of eternal life. May their repose be peace. Zichronam livracha, may their memories forever be a blessing. As we ask now the congregation to join with those who mourn in the words of Kaddish, page 598. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayecho v'yomecho v'chaye decho beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabba mivorach le'olam mulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar v'yit ale v'yit halal shmedi dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen.
Osei shalom bimromav huyaz say shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen.
May the one who makes peace in the high heavens above send peace down here to us, to all Israel and to all the world, as together we all say, Amen. Just a couple of announcements before we turn to the real announcements from our Executive Vice President from Tamar. First, we want to thank Mark Holland and Susan Cosden for making this evening possible with Brotherhood Parent-Child Shabbat. And of course, all of those folks are invited to join in Surlo Hall, as the rest of you are, with Andrew and Lupe for Benchlik Kiddush and Motzi. And then those in our the sixth grades with their families are welcome to join us for a special Shabbat dinner. The other not real announcement, and then tomorrow you're on, is those of you on the worship committee, the books that we are going to be studying as part of worship are sitting on a table in Surlo Hall if you didn't pick them up yet.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I love that part. I just wanted to echo the thanks for Susan Cosden and Mark Holland. This was such a wonderful service, and everyone who participated. It was just such a joy to see everyone up here participating, and I very much enjoyed it. In your service bulletins this week, there's an extra page which lists out many of the activities we have scheduled for honoring Rabbi Berkson. I just want to highlight the first two. Next Friday at the Shabbat service, there will be an Anshe Mitzvah reunion. Or as many as possible, I suppose, of the Anshe Mitzvah students from prior years are coming back together, and there'll be a special oneg to thank Rabbi Berkson for all the years of Anshe Mitzvah teaching. And then Sunday, May 21st is Mitzvah Day at Ramu, and then after Mitzvah Day, there will be a luncheon for the entire congregation. It is complimentary, but RSVPs are required. There is also a gratitude book being put together. There are instructions at the bottom of the sheet for submitting messages of gratitude for Rabbi Berkson, so please get those in. And then I wanted to highlight one thing on the service bulletin in connection with Mitzvah Day. The Glean Machine will be here on May 21st, and they are collecting, I need my glasses for this, gently used or new kitchen items, linens, adult clothing, socks, infant toys, and children's books, or new diapers, wipes, toiletries, cleaning products, and prepackaged snacks. I just want to conclude by thanking Dan Wilkinson for greeting tonight, and you can thank Dan by returning your books to the cart. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And last, when we gather for dinner in Surlo Hall, you'll find that we have to make some beautiful Shabbat tablecloths. So on the tablecloths, there are all kinds of crayons, and so when you sit down, help make some beautiful Shabbat and Jewish decorations on them. You could even use some Jewish numbers. Our closing song is Hidei Matov. You'll find it on page 644. Please rise and remain standing for the benediction.
We're
We're going to
inviting
ask
all of our students back up, please. So we can't start till you come up. Quick, quick, quick. A little closer. Ready? Right up on there. Okay. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה. יאללה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Thanks, guys.
Behold how good it is and how pleasant when people dwell together in peace. Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you all. See you guys. אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר, וציוונו להדליק נר, וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
May we be blessed with Shabbat joy. May we be blessed with Shabbat peace. May we be blessed with Shabbat light.
We hope you all got some form of fruit divine. The dark is wine, the light is grape juice. Andrew will lead us.
That's the fastest kid.
6 days you will work and achieve, but the seventh day is dedicated to the eternal one, your God. With the fruit of the vine, our sweet symbol of joy, we celebrate this sacred day. We give thanks for life and blessings, for work and for rest, for the opportunity to gain and the privilege to give, for home and friendship and love.
ויערב בוקר יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ, וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי, מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
Summary.
לחיים, ברוך אתה אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרונו במעשה בראשית, יהיו יום תחילה למגרעי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, אותנו קידשת, מכל אהבים, שבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
Marla? If by name, Marla?
Yeah.
You sure will. You take one too. The hall is coming around. Marla will give you some. Mitch, you mind passing out the other? And as the hall comes around, and as it comes around, if you'll join us. Shabbat shalom.